want to challenge Marty Supreme here and do a short little. We're not going to do like 21. We want on everybody turning the channel. Oh, apparently we have someone. Apparently we have someone to challenge Marty Supreme. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Oh my goodness. Please.
What is going on?
There go the ratings.
Weapon called the Little Giuseppe.
Can we get a close-up of that?
Get a close-up.
The
This
little
is my weapon of choice.
The
right
little
there.
Giuseppe.
Dang, that's a brave fashion choice by O-Dog, and I commend him.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Burrow. The dust is finally settled, and the NHL trade deadline is officially past us. So just how active of a deadline was it? Well, coming into the day, the trade bait board had some pretty big names on it. Just look at that top 5. Vincent Trocheck, Nazem Kadri, Robert Thomas. And yeah, I see one of my Leafs on there, Bobby McMahon. We're going to get to some of that later. But 6 through 10 had a ton of names who could be difference makers come playoff time. So how many of those names got moved? Well, if you've been watching Trade Center for most of the day, nothing happened, as there was only 5 trades made throughout the day heading into the final hour of the deadline. But would we see some fireworks in that final hour? The answer to that was yes.
Arguably the biggest name available, Nazem Kadri is going back to Colorado, where he won a Stanley Cup.
Let's talk about one of the deals we did have earlier in the day, though, as Corey Perry's going to Tampa for a second-round pick, which means he could potentially gear up for another Cup run. I think at this point, we can say this is unfair, right? LA will retain 50% of his salary. Then finally, with about 30 minutes or so before the deadline, we got somewhat of a big move, as Braden Shen was dealt to the Islanders with a first-round pick, third-round pick, and a prospect going to the Blues, which, not gonna lie, kind of a pretty big haul. But what about my Leafs? Well, literally nothing happened until after 3 o'clock, and then this trickled in as number 4 in the trade bait board, Bobby McMahon, was dealt to Seattle for a 2027 second and a 4th in 2026. With more on that deal, here's Brian Hayes.
You've put up the white flag that you're moving off McMahon. You get a second and a 4th. Maybe you were hoping you were going to get a first. What you could not do was walk away with nothing.
No.
You had to get something. They've gotten something.
I mean, hey, at least it's something, right, Leafs fans?
They also dealt Scott Lawton to the Kings with a third that can turn into a second coming back to Toronto.
And the late deals were not done there. And honestly, guys, we had 8 hours. Why on earth did you wait to the very last second for this? We have a life, okay? I literally have a flight to catch. This is insane. Justin Falk went to the Red Wings with first and third round picks going back to St. Louis. And as I'm walking out the door trying to catch my flight to Edmonton, more trades kept trickling in. We got a couple from Vancouver. David Camp will go to Washington for a 6th round pick, and Lucas Reichel goes to Boston for a 6th as well. Okay, so those were today's transactions. But over the night and into the morning, we did have some action. The biggest name being John Carlson, who was dealt from the Caps to the Ducks for a conditional first-round pick, which could be a 2026 or 2027 first. The Caps also received a third, as Carlson leaves Washington after 17 years with the franchise. He leaves the franchise second all-time in games played, 3rd in assists, and 5th in points. As the 2018 Stanley Cup champion, now goes to a new team for the first time in his career. We also had Connor Garland go to the Blue Jackets, with the 2nd and 3rd going to Vancouver. And the Red Hot Sabres, who are tied with Tampa for the 2nd best record in the conference, which seems unbelievable to say that out loud. Well, they got Logan Stanley and Luke Schenn from the Jets, with the Jets getting back a 2, a 4, and a pair of players. Time now for my favorite segment, and yours, that We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
After all that trade talk, you know we gotta give you something fun. And what's more fun than this? I was not impressed until he did a little spin, okay? He didn't need to do that, and it was really sweet. That's it for me today. We'll see you back here Sunday for a special episode on DSC. We'll see you then.